Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hey, YS Brooks. YS Books. I don't know why I always say Brooks. YS Books, how are you doing this evening? I hope everybody is well on this Friday evening. Happy Friday, everybody. A lot of y'all should be happier because it is payday. Who just got paid? Friday night. But yeah, as you can see by the title of the I'm trying to do two things at once. By the title of the live, we're going to be discussing what has been a big trending topic over the last few days, which is about the NFL, Jay-Z, the deal that's going on. I'm going to open up the phone lines. That's what I'm trying to do right now. It's called phone line, so I can open up the phone line so people can call in. I was in a few chats earlier today and also on Facebook, and some people is like really, being pretty controversial about this topic. So I just wanted to hear what you guys had to say on this. 1 second so I can get the codes put in for the phone. And also the phone number is listed 605-475-4074. And access code 753-359. Okay. Okay, I think we're all set. So let me just pull up my screen here so I can keep track of the calls and see who's calling in. And then I want to... 1 second. Okay, Jay-Z. I just wanted to pull up my notes, what I had here. Okay, we ready. We ready. So, again, happy Friday, everybody. Everybody who comes into the chat, make sure you please hit the like button. It is very beneficial to the analytics for YouTube content creators. So make sure you hit the like button. And if you like, you can share the live out on your YouTube, on your Twitter, wherever you would like, on your Facebook. That would be appreciated as well. The phone number again is where is it? Hold on. There it is, right on the screen. 605-475-4074. Access code 753-359. And for those of y'all who don't know, who might have been sleeping under a rock or hiding under a rock, what's been going on as far as Jay-Z? A lot of people are saying, as far as Jay-Z soon to become part owner of the NFL team, some people are concerned, because for one, a lot of us know that Jay-Z, he had a lot to say in the past about a lot of things that he thought, or, he thought, and he, verbally, made statements on his platforms that he didn't agree with a lot of things that the NFL were doing, especially when it came to when Kaepernick, when that had got real big, and the NFL players kneeling and not wanting to stand for the the American flag, and them punishing the players and putting them out and suspending them from games, and then eventually Kaepernick is not playing. So some people is kind of confused, at first he was kind of backing him, and now you partnering with the NFL team, Rock Nation, and they claim that it's to help with social activism, to help the players, as far as bring social awareness to the league. So again, some people have been saying some negative things about it, and some people have been backing Jay about it. So I just wanted to hear what everybody wanted to say about it. Who just came into the chat? Hey, real mamas, real problems. Hey, every time I see your name, I think for real, for real mamas have real problems. But you know what? I wouldn't take it back for anything in the world. Shoot, I'd be a mother all over again if I had to. If I had the same two kids, of course. The same two kids. But I know somebody in particular. Let me see if they're. Hold up. See if they're on the line. 1 second. I just want to mute that beeping noise. The one thing about this phone conference, the free phone conference line, is that when you call in, it just beeps and beeps and beeps. Hey, Cool Daddy, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? The phone lines are open, so if anybody wants to call in, feel free to go ahead and call in. Let me go back over here to... So Jay-Z, he's basically been in the NFL news this week. People found out he's soon to become part owner of an unnamed NFL team. Right now, we don't know which team he's going to become part owner with, but they saying it's going to happen really, really soon. We know that so far, he's going to have a big interest in the NFL. They said it's not no small interest. He's going to have a pretty nice size interest in the NFL and into the team that he's, going to be part owner of. You said, not confused. Jay-Z is a businessman. Colin took a settlement from the NFL. He is no longer fighting with them. So why be mad at Jay-Z for being... I get you. I understand. And that's why, hold on 1 second. I think somebody's on the line. Hello? Hold on 1 second. Let me turn you gotta turn your speaker down in the background. Whatever I'm playing on, you gotta turn everything down in the background. Let me turn the. Okay. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, this cool.
Yeah, this is me.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm just ready to discuss, what's been going on in the media lately with this Jay-Z and NFL thing. And I just wanted to see why some people were kind of like not feeling it. And some people, like Real Mamas just said in the chat, Colin, he already took a settlement from the NFL.
Right.
So, and being Jay-Z is a businessman, why some people are kind of like against it. So I want to hear what you had to say.
Yeah, why I believe people are against Jay-Z doing this partnership because he was one of the main, like, celebrities saying, like, oh, well, I'm done watching NFL. I'm done supporting them since, they blackballed Colin Kaepernick. And he was supportive of that. And Nike had made, like, Kaepernick jerseys that says, I'm with Cap, and they were black and white. And he was one of the people that bought the jerseys and supported them. So now it's like he's doing a whole 360 and going against everything he said from the beginning, that he wasn't going to support them unless they were trying to support Colin Kaepernick or even give him a tryout. Like, Colin Kaepernick hasn't even had a tryout. And the fact that Jay-Z has said on several occasions, I'm not supporting the NFL until that happens. He's just been against everything. Like, I think last year he was supposed to perform at the halftime show, and he turned it down because of Colin Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he didn't even include talk to Colin Kaepernick to see, like, hey, do you want to go in on this as a partner with me, or are you okay with this?
Mm-hmm.
I know I said I'm with you, but I don't want to, make it seem like we on two different sides. And from the press conference, they had asked him, like, did he talk to Colin? And from what they're saying, he said that he did, but his girlfriend got on Twitter the same day as the press conference, and she said Colin Kaepernick hasn't talked to the commissioner of the NFL. He hasn't talked to Jay-Z about this partnership. Everything that he's trying to say he had knowledge of it or knew about it is false information.
And I had heard about that. I was like, why would they say they talked to him and they really didn't? Or, I mean, I didn't see it. I didn't see him say that, but did he actually, like, was he like live when he said that he spoke to him, or was it like a tweet?
Yeah, they had a live press conference for this.
Okay, so he said it then.
It was about an hour. So
Okay.
this is a live interview. The press conference, like he signed to a team or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the real press conference like that, and people just asking random questions. And one of his response was, I'm not Kaepernick's boss, so I can't say. So that should have let people know right there.
Mm-hmm.
If they're asking you a question about Kaepernick and you say I'm not his boss, that should have let the people know that Colin Kaepernick didn't know anything about this deal that went down.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the reason why this deal even got, proposal. If it wasn't for Colin Kaepernick taking a knee and saying what he's standing up for, this situation with Jay-Z and the NFL wouldn't even came to light.
Oh, okay.
I just think that I think this is more a money move more than, they said that he's now supposedly Jay-Z is going to be the face of the social injustice with the NFL, and he's also going to be helping with who performs at halftime at the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, how you going to have this man that didn't have anything to do with his movement that's going on? How can you have him and make a deal with this man, and the man that stood up for what he believed in, y'all don't even bring him along? Like, he should be the face of this because this was his idea.
And I
And the fact that he
absolutely
hasn't,
agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely agree that, you know, a lot of people are saying this is just, you know, a money thing to Jay Z more than a social, you know, injustice or
I believe that.
movement or something like that. And they're like, he's a businessman. What do you expect? You know, Jay Z is all about business, you know. And as far as the injustice part, though, I was just like really confused. Like, why would they say that
Right.
they spoke to Colin Kaepernick if they really didn't? Like, kind of giving the idea to the world, or you know, us watching, that he was like in agreement with this, or that maybe he would be like included on maybe the meetings, or at
He
least on
hasn't
like
even
the,
commented about it yet.
yeah. So it was like, it seemed like it might have came to a surprise to him from what his
Oh,
girlfriend was,
definitely.
you know.
This was a surprise to everybody. Nobody besides the people that was involved, nobody outside that knew about this situation.
Mhm.
You didn't hear any NFL, any current or past NFL players speaking about this. This
Mhm.
is someone, you know, no disrespect to him, but I've never heard Jay Z like really come out and, you know, be that person. Like, you know, I'm for injustice. I'm with Cap. You know, this is what I stand for. This is what I represent. Things like that. I haven't seen Jay Z do that on his own like Kaepernick did. So
Mhm.
to me, I'm kind of lost. Like, you basically stealing this man's idea, and they allowing you to do that. Now he's about to be a, a owner, you know, a part owner for one of the teams. Like,
Right.
this is definitely foul to me. Like, it's so foul so many ways, because to me it's another black man. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Doing this to another black man. So to me that makes it look even worse. Like, for you to say you support somebody and then not communicate with them, like, hey, I know I don't need your permission, but you know, I just thought I'd run it by you out of respect.
Right. Now,
That's my logic. You know, out of respect, you know, if you really standing for what this man is standing for, out of respect, include him in on this situation,
mhm.
because if this, you basically what I want to say, he's profiting off of this situation. So now it's big. Now you're making it a whole different situation. Now you profiting it to where Kaepernick wasn't even asking for no money. He was just telling, hey, I'm going to donate this. This is what I'm going to do. Now we all got to get on the same page and, like, what can we do to help our community? But not, there shouldn't be money involved. Like, I don't think Jay-Z should be having that power to, you know, I can see the halftime show suggesting he's helping with that. But
Yeah.
as far as this social injustice, what does he have to do with that in the NFL? He don't play football. Since Kaepernick did that, he don't watch the game. So now I'm confused.
Yeah, a lot. That's
So
what a lot of people been.
I feel like a lot of people is like that, because I was reading like people's Twitters and stuff, and they're like, you know, this is so foul. But you know, there's always something behind the scene that we don't know about. So there is a reason for this. I just don't know why, because Colin Kaepernick been out of the NFL for 3 years now.
Mhm. Yep, 3
So
years.
it's just like, man, all that support y'all was doing, you know, that's just like me supporting your show, and then you like, well, I got this idea, and then you're like, well, I'm gonna, you know, profit off your idea.
Mhm.
Yeah, you gonna get the credit for coming up with it, but
Mhm.
I'm going to make sure I profit off of that personally.
Well,
And
did
I
you?
think that's where the problem is. Colin
Yeah.
Kaepernick didn't want to profit personally. He wanted us to profit as a whole country. Yeah. Where
Yeah.
I feel like Jay-Z is just thinking about himself and his family.
Because
And this ain't one of those situations where he should be doing that.
right, because all he really wants to do was continue playing football. That's all he wanted to do, and be able to either, you know, like they say, we have freedom of speech. We should have freedom of not speech as well if we
Right.
don't want. That's what the whole thing was about. You know, they say we have
Right.
freedom of speech to say what we want, get on a platform, da 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 da. But when we don't want to speak, then we get, punished. And so that's why,
Right.
I feel like they're like, he got a settlement. But that's not really
Right.
that wasn't really what it was about.
You know how much money he got though? He got $1 million, maybe a little bit more. I mean,
But if he continued to play
the-
football, that's $1 million.
you know what I'm saying? But if he would have continued to play football, they wouldn't have played him. You know what I'm saying? And NFL contracts are not guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like now, like they won't even let the man try out. They completely said we're not dealing with this man unless Jay-Z plan on owning this team and then signing Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that, but if that's not part of the plan, then I don't get this plan. And I feel like a lot of other black people, they don't get it either because this is something important. And,
Yeah.
Now Trump is on record talking about, well, if he's good enough, he deserves a job. But Trump was one of the people, that helped Colin Kaepernick get pushed out by saying,
he came down on
they
him
don't want to
hard.
stand up for the flag.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then fire him.
I remember
get him
that.
out of our country.
He was really vocal about that. I remember that. He's quick to tell somebody get out the country, by the way.
Exactly. So you already know why he's doing that. He's trying to get our vote.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you gonna really do that? If anything, if he ain't even a part of it, you should at least brought him to the press conference like, we did discuss this with Kaepernick, but he didn't want no part of it, but he supports this or he don't support this or, whatever it may be. Just the fact that he wasn't even there, he hasn't commented about it, the deal or anything, that tells me a lot.
Right. Well, I know it's one headline that said, so you're kneeling behind us now?
Right.
And I thought that really spoke volumes, like on how people, feel. I'm pretty neutral about this. I try to be really neutral on my platform. I try not to be biased.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, it couldn't help but to, it was a pretty profound comment. You're kneeling behind us now, because at first it was like, he's kneeling with them per se. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like he's
Right.
supporting them. He believes in what they're doing. And then, now they're saying, oh, so you're going to kneel behind us now. So I thought that
Right.
was like, how do you feel about that comment?
I didn't see that, but I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's, you was with us, you went behind our back, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now you was being fake about it. You fronting.
Yeah, people
You ain't
call them
got what
sellouts
those
and
words
everything.
didn't mean anything. Right.
Yep. And let me read a comment in the chat real quick, Koo. Real Mama's Real Problem. She said, it has to be something else to this, something the public doesn't see because it's behind the scene. And if the NFL had offered Kaepernick the same deal as Jay-Z, or to be a part of the deal, then they would be a public admitting they were okay. Now you done hit the nail on the head, Real Mamas. She
Right.
said they would like publicly have to admit that they were wrong if they included, him. Wow.
But
Good comment.
These are billionaires. They're not about to admit that they was wrong about anything.
Right.
Because they got that kind of money, so they can fix any problem with cash.
Especially when they got Trump backing them.
Right. Well, Trump is a billionaire like them, so billionaires link up. They talk to each other, invest together,
and they gave a whole bunch of
millions
of dollars. They gave millions of dollars to his campaign, and they've already given him money.
Him anyway.
Right, and a lot of them has already supported him for the 2020 campaign. They already kicking out millions for that too. This is the NFL, the owners, some of the owners. Right. I think they gave him like almost $1 billion the last election.
Right.
So, why would they admit they're wrong when the president was backing them? even if they feel like
Right,
they
they
was wrong.
not. And that's the sad thing about it. That's the
Mm,
sad thing about it. Like, they won't even acknowledge, like, this man cannot be that horrible. This, like, I ain't gonna say he's the best of all time, but he should definitely be in the league. He's already proven that he can play. He won plenty of games, led his team to the Super Bowl. Like, it's not like he, and this is my thing, like, they didn't ban people for hitting their wives,
mm-hmm.
but all this man did was take a knee.
Right.
And y'all kick him out the NFL. Y'all didn't let people that did stole and rob.
Yeah, they had. I seen that somewhere where they were mentioning that,
man.
like, people can choke their wives out. They can, abuse
Right.
somebody, child abuse. I mean,
And
domestic
still
violence and
get a
everything,
job.
and still have their
But
job.
this man is fighting for what's right. And he's not asking for nothing in return but us to stop ignoring these facts.
Yeah.
And everything he brought to light is showing us what we already knew. And the people that try to turn a blind eye, you can't no more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the real. He put pressure on those people with money. Like the NFL owners, and he put pressure on other people. Like, if y'all really care about us, just show us. Don't just talk about it. Show us.
Yeah. And I was saw something earlier where somebody said that they feel like Jay, he bought his way into a league that could care less about what Colin Kaepernick was kneeling for, and they was like, unless he tries to make that right, they said then F him and F the NFL. And I was like, wow.
Right. Because it's just like, like I said, we know right from right and wrong from wrong. Now, how can you let somebody bad, imagine if Colin Kaepernick was Jay-Z brother. Would he have done this still?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if this was your relative or a close friend, associate, anybody,
Mm-hmm.
would you have made this deal if it was somebody you knew personally, like, and y'all rock with each other tough? Would you have still done this? That's my question to him.
And probably
I don't
not.
care why you did it.
Yeah, probably
if this was
not.
somebody related to you or somebody you cared about, would you have done this deal? And if his answer is no, he shouldn't have did it.
Mm.
Because that means something. Like, we look up, I don't listen to Jay-Z, but I know a lot of people that do. They like him, they like his hustle, they like his business mind. But see, money ain't everything. And in certain situations, like I was saying, in that conference, when he said, "Oh, I'm not Kaepernick's boss," that's letting you know right then and there he's not with Kaepernick.
Mm.
Because at least have him on speakerphone or something, like, hey, yeah, we talked about it, I ain't with it, but if that's what they want to do, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Something, like, we didn't get to hear anything from Cap, and to me, that hurts the people that really was, that's still following this man, that's, standing up for what he's standing for, which is a great thing, but this is what happens when we get divided and separated. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how the conversation even started for Jay-Z to get this partnership. But for him to turn down not performing at the Super Bowl and then doing a whole 360, signing a deal and not having Kaepernick's opinion, I think it's foul. I think it's disrespectful. It's like sticking on the man. I just feel like even if he didn't agree, he should have still just let him know what was going on. Like, this is what this is what I presented, or this is what was presented to me. What do you think?
Yeah. And I know as far as, like, him being a rapper, he had just, like, preached, on his last album. He kind of, like, preached or voiced on his last album, standing up for rights and all that kind of stuff. So again, that's why a lot of people are, like, kind of, like, having mixed emotions about this. And then after him making that public statement saying that, even Kaepernick's attorney said, he later said that Jay-Z lied publicly.
Right.
His attorney even, spoke on it. Talking about he never reached out to Kaepernick asking for permission, or not like really permission, but you know what I mean. To work with
support.
Yeah.
His opinion.
Yeah. Like, do I have your back? Do I have your support? I just think, I think it was just kind of messy. And Jay-Z is, he's rich. Him and Bae, they about money moves. They a power couple. So, it's not like shocking for him to, come into big deals like this. But it's just the way, it just seems kind of messy the way it happened. It's like, if this would have happened before he got put out of football, or before, this went on for a long time with them kneeling and stuff. This went on for a long time. He has started, somebody else has started, then, some other people have started it, and then people in other, people outside of the NFL, like in different sports areas, they started doing it too. So it was like, where was this in social, like, talks of deals and all that kind of stuff then? Like, why wait till after he's totally out of the NFL? They done gave him a check to basically shut him up, and now we want to make deals, So I see what people are saying, I see why they saying it. But and Real Mama said, if I was Jay-Z, I would have secured the deal and brought Kaepernick in as a consultant. How you feel about that? I think that was a good.
We don't even know the details in the deal. We just know they have a partnership. We don't know like how long. We don't know the money numbers.
Yeah.
Well, those are the times they share stuff like that. So this is why it's serious. Like, okay,
yeah,
y'all hiding too much information from the public. Why announce the deal but don't tell us the terms?
Right, like we don't know exactly which team he's going to get. We don't know because he's going to be part owner.
Partnership is.
Yeah.
At least I haven't heard how long the partnership of this deal is.
Well, I know as far as like the amount that he's supposed to get, people close to him are saying it's going to be a significant interest. He's going to have a significant ownership interest in a NFL team, and then on top of that, be responsible for like the halftime shows and the entertainment and all that kind of stuff. So how do you think that's going to go as far as the entertainment, being that he's black, he's a rapper, hip hop, Bae, R&B,
and that's what I was saying. And he turned that down last year though. That's what's crazy about it. He turned down to perform last year, and he said because of Kaepernick.
Yep. Again, very confusing. You didn't want to perform, but now you want to partner with him and be in charge of the performances. I don't know. I guess we just have to wait and see what the whole deal is. But again, it just sounds, I don't know. It don't seem like, to me, it doesn't seem like his interest is really.
How the conversation started.
Yeah. Like, did they come to him? Did he approach them? Because the way it's looking, just from listening to a lot of people and hearing a lot of chit chatter in this media streets, is that they don't really think Jay is more into the injustice, bringing awareness to that. Is just the money thing, just the money part.
I think so too.
So
I
don't know.
I haven't listened to any of his like latest stuff, but I know his stuff in the past, like just the the subliminals and things like that. Like I just don't. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I haven't listened to him in a while.
Like, this move makes no sense. Like I know so many people was like, "What? The NFL and Jay-Z? Like, is this a typo?"
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know.
It's huge. It's just so big, like, and it's not just impacting us. It's impacting everybody. Now, in these type of situations, like, you it's like you forced to choose a side. You know what I'm saying? Whether you feel like it's right or wrong, it's like, okay, this is what I'm saying about the positivity. I'm Colin Kaepernick. You know, I mean no harm. You know, I'm getting support from military vets, even people in the military that's like, you know, I fought so he can do that. Whether I believe in what he said, you know, doing it for or not,
right.
I respect it.
Right, and that's why
that's what it's always about. But when you trying to take over what I started, and now you the face of that, how does that work when you wasn't even coming through to none of the games when I was doing it?
Yeah. And that's why he's receiving all this public criticism, because they're like, okay, the treatment that they gave Colin Kaepernick, you know, he ain't had a job in 3 years because he wanted to take a knee during the national anthem. It was all the protests, police brutality, and racial injustice. I just think it's just weird how, like, we waited 3 years and a paycheck for them to be like, okay, we're gonna bring this injustice. I just can't see this being. I don't.
Yeah, it's too many loopholes, but you know they only tell us. It's just like any other, you know, thing we hear in the news. They tell us what they want us to know. We got to put the pieces together and try to figure out what happened or how it went down. You know, try to think of the logic part. Even times like this where it may not make sense, we may not understand, you know. But that's what they do. They give us a little bit and like, y'all figure it out.
Yeah.
Because if this was a real deal, I don't care. Even in Wall Street and stuff like that, when they do deals, they let you know, oh, well, this company bought this, or they partnership, it's a 10-year deal for $100 million or whatever.
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't even put any numbers out is letting us know. They know if those numbers get released, then Kaepernick really gonna feel some type of way, because y'all could have did that. Even if y'all don't want him playing, y'all could have been like, you know what, we're gonna let you own a team, a majority or part ownership, you know, and we're gonna let you be the face of this, but we're not gonna let you play.
You're right, Real Mamas. It's a power move. It's totally a power move. It's all about the money. Like all the people who had turned down over the past years, the past few years, all the people who have turned down performing, like some top people in the entertainment industry have turned down performing, you know, and it's like, for one, it's not like you get paid anyway. You know, you go there and you perform, but it's like it's something huge to perform, and then you get all this publicity and you get new fans and, you know, stuff like that. But now with him, you know, joining forces with the NFL, what's going to probably happen is a lot of people going to be like, okay, Jay-Z, you know, the NFL done got their Jay-Z's blessing, and so now they're probably in hopes that a lot of people will feel like they can start, you know, performing for the NFL again, and a lot of people will feel like they will start watching the NFL Super Bowl game again, because a lot of people have backed away from the Super Bowl game because of this, and backed away from performing at the Super Bowl game.
Right.
So I mean, it's totally a money deal. They trying to bring more customers, which are us, you know, back to watching and supporting, because I'm sure they done lost some kind of money. I don't know how much or how huge amount or whatever, but I'm sure they done lost some money, because I know some people who totally like had banned the Super Bowl game in their homes. You know, they refused to support. So I think that's
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
And what this could backfire against them, though.
Now, how could it backfire? Let me know.
It could backfire to where they lose even more people, because, like I said, it's people that look like us that's outcrying. You know, we're very opinionated. So we more like, man, you supposed to be with us. Whether we right or wrong, like, at least come, like I've been saying, sit to the table and let's discuss something. Let's figure it out. Like, it should not just be him and, you know, his company doing this business deal. It's just too many blanks that they not filling in. And I just it just sad. It do like this a lot. It's always somebody that look like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta help when he's already out.
Right, he's already out. He's already got a check. They done gave him a settlement. I mean, it's I don't know. Like, is this the future, people? Like, in the future,
Jay-Z should have been like, "Hey, we can make this deal, but only if Kaepernick can be in this with me."
Mm-hmm. And in the future, I wonder how they would work things out. Like, what if somebody wants to take a knee again in the future?
Right.
You know, like, we need to know all kind of stuff. Like, I know they're probably not going to air everything out, but this is the whole reason why they're saying they are doing this deal, because of what happened to Kaepernick. So, in the future, are people going to be allowed to kneel or not? Are they going to be kicked off the NFL team? I mean, it's like, I think they're just trying to find other ways to deal with that situation. Because they don't agree with what Kaepernick did.
They were trying to find the players before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after they kicked Kaepernick out, they were trying to find them, but players wasn't going for that.
Right. And it's like, they going to put every football player out that wants to take a knee? No, they did him because he was the one who mainly, started the well, I'm trying not petition. Well, you know what I mean. But yeah. So, hey, Raymond, thanks for coming in tonight. Hello. I said hi to Real Mamas. I know some people haven't commented in the chat, so I don't know who all looking. Hey, Harley Q. I said hi to YS Books already. And if anybody else wants to call in, please feel free if you want to let us know how you feel about this deal with the NFL and Jay-Z. That's all we've been talking about, just going back and forth with, why people are opposing it and why some people are for it. But from what I've been seeing, just for the last few days, I've just been cruising the YouTube, Twitter, IG, the headlines, and a lot of people, he's getting a backlash from a lot of people. And then they're talking about, at the press conference, that they said they didn't really expect people to necessarily, agree with what they're doing, but they hope that people will give them ideas or answers and help them to figure out how they should approach these injustice issues that the NFL might want to support.
Well, first you gotta listen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
People been telling them, NFL players been telling them, if NFL players is telling y'all, this is how we feel, and the majority of the NFL players are what? Black. Mm-hmm. Why aren't you listening? They've been telling you. You need to hear from the fans? I don't get that.
Yeah.
The players, fans are important, but if the players aren't happy, you know what I'm saying? Because they know, that's why a lot of them don't really do that, because they're not willing to take that risk or to not, get a check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick, he sacrificed everything. He said, forget this check. He could have shut his mouth and not said nothing. He still would have been balling, getting paid. But no, he opened his mouth because he couldn't stand to see what's going on. He got a heart. He got a mind.
Right. Well,
and so
I just guess we just gotta wait and see what's gonna happen, y'all. Just wait and see. I just wanted to talk about it on my platform because, again, I've been hearing a lot of people voice their opinions. Again, the financial arrangements have not been made yet to the public. But they saying that the NFL's new partnership with Jay-Z is a huge win for the league. Because some of the biggest celebrities, some of the biggest entertainers, the biggest celebrities from music, actors, other people from baseball, swim, all kind of different sectors of sports have been backing Kaepernick for the last 3 years, and a lot of them have boycotted the NFL. And they said they would boycott the NFL until he was allowed back in the league. So being that he's not allowed back in the league, and they got this deal, I just wonder how some people will feel about this, since they said they would boycott until he was allowed back in. And obviously, I mean, it doesn't look like he's about to be back in. And that's what some people were saying. They were saying, is Jay-Z gonna give him his job back? But he didn't already settle. So they didn't cut him a check already.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he don't, but it don't sound like he would, because if he would, then he would have talked to Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm about to do this deal. I'm about to sign you. Don't worry about nothing. You good. I'm about to get part ownership of this team. I'm gonna make sure you get on the team. You straight. He didn't say nothing like that. He just said, I'm not Kaepernick's boss. You gotta talk to him.
Somebody said you can't fight against Jim Crow and then go sit in the back of the bus.
To stop conference, press 1. To return to the
Uh-oh, did the call drop? Uh-oh, Cool, you there? Hello?
To stop conference,
Uh-oh.
press 1.
Hold on, y'all.
To the conference, press star.
Hello? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Sometimes these conference call things, once you be on them for so long. But anywho, yeah, somebody said you can't fight against Jim Crow and then go sit in the back of the bus. That's what Sharpton said.
Hey, she need to. If she didn't quote that, whoever quoted that, I need that.
Yeah, that was the Reverend Al Sharpton. That's what he said.
That's what he said?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what they said. That's what Sharpton told TMZ.
Hey, Jay-Z about to lose a lot of support, I think. I think a lot of celebrities gonna flip-flop on him. We gonna see who really, you know what I'm saying, who really stuck with him and who like, nah, I'm cool, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah.
He gonna find out. A lot of people, I'm sure, was hitting him up like, what?
Oh, and you know what? Somebody said they said clearly Jay-Z's support of Kaepernick only went so far, and regardless, why would Jay-Z?
Please enter your PIN followed by the pound.
I don't know what's wrong with the phone.
Please enter pound or hash.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Okay, let me repeat what I said. You there, Cool?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah. What they said was, where is it? They said, regardless, why would Jay-Z waste any of his enormous social and cultural capital on the NFL when he doesn't need the league's platform, money, resources, or validation? And that's why they say they think it's a money thing mainly too. Because it's like he don't need them.
Well, why?
He don't need them to start some kind of social justice outcry, or he has a huge platform already. So I think that's what Al Sharpton is talking about. He's like, you know what? You gonna fight against Jim Crow, fight against the NFL, and then you go and then turn around and support them when he doesn't need to. He don't need the NFL if he wanted to be vocal about social injustice.
Right.
So, I just want to see. I want to see if these artists are going to start supporting the NFL. All these celebrities and entertainers.
I don't think so.
I don't know either. I don't know.
And I gotta get off the phone. I gotta go make a run real fast.
Yeah, I'm about to get off of here too because how long we been on here? About an hour?
Almost an hour.
Yes, and I didn't even plan to stay on here that long.
But I'm glad that you did talk about this, because like I was telling you before, this is an important subject that we need to talk about and speak.
It really is, because it ties around the social injustice that's going on, and which is why, I really want to talk about it, and the fact that it had to do with the NFL, that is, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see. But I do appreciate you calling in on the platform today. I appreciate you watching. Everybody, Cool, he did comment in the chat. So y'all make sure y'all hit up Cool's channel. He speaks out a lot about things that's going on in the world, especially with black men, injustices, and things like that. So make sure y'all hit him up, click on the buttons next to his name, and subscribe to his channel. And everybody else who has a channel, feel free to network and support each other's channel in the chat. I always suggest that. So you can do that on my channel. I know you can't do that on everybody's channel, but feel free to support each other. Some people like, not over here. Not over here. Thank you, YS Books. Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. It was a really great chat, and thank you all for tuning in. Miss Naturally New Orleans, welcome to the chat, even though we're about to go. Cool, again, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. I love when you give us your point of view on things that happen, in our world, whether it's social injustice or, the media, period. So, thank you.
Right. No problem.
All right, and you have a wonderful night.
All right, you too. Love you.
All right, love you too. Bye-bye. Okay, y'all. That was Cool Daddy. That was Cool Daddy. Again, he has his own channel. So you guys, feel free to support his channel. Hit him up. Subscribe to him. Miss Naturally Nolan, she has a channel. YS Books, she's an author. She has a channel. Raymond Tacular, he has a great channel as well. So you guys, again, make sure you hit each other up in the chat. Who else is in here? Real Mamas. I think she's still in here. Harley Q has an awesome channel, so y'all won't go wrong messing around with her. So hit up Harley Q as well. I think I got everybody. See, I like the people that are subscribed to me that I'm also subscribed to. It's like, I don't know, I just be coming across these great content creators. So that's why I have no problem saying support. Hit their channels up, subscribe to them, hit their notification bell, because it's all about supporting each other to grow on these YouTube streets. Everybody that comes in my chat, at least like 95% of people that come in my chat actually have a YouTube channel, and they are really good YouTubers. So with that being said, you guys, I'm about to get on up out of here. My son should be getting off of work soon, and I have to go. Well, maybe I think my other son might be picking him up, but I need to make sure, he has a ride home from work. So anyway, y'all, as usual, you want me to check my email? Okay, I'll check my email, hon. I'll check my email. And everybody, in the meantime and in between time, as usual, Primetime Squad, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces. Good night.